These are the words from Excel, and I'm going to be talking about technology that could actually be made literally to this day, and they're called voiders. So what these machines basically are around 8 feet tall, colored completely black, and parts of the machine is basically a infinity generator from Mexico. Mexican scientists actually made a design of it. Then the other parts is the artificial heart of the machine, and artificial lungs of the machine, and basically those parts are basically in Europe. Then there are other parts of the machine with the collective solar armor, so it basically collects energy with the emergency battery of the machine, and basically this machine has a cryogenic helmet meant to keep the brain intact, and it's basically a head, and the parts of the machine is a Neuralink device that gets installed onto the machine. Then it's got a speech recognition of Stephen Hawking in its brain, and there are movable parts that are basically made in Africa by a scientist. Then there's also a other design from China that has parts that can make it movable, and the movement is pretty insane. Also parts from Japan also, and basically some parts are coding, and basically this machine has the capability of flipping a tank, capability of breaking through walls or breaking through buildings, and basically it is armed. It basically looks like kind of a dark trooper, kind of like that, but a little bit more different. And the machine basically is armed with 2 Gatling guns on its shoulder, armed with around 6 rockets on its shoulder, and that's basically on a displacement put together to be able to detach from the machine, so it could give it a lot more physical mobility from its movements. And it also got these dual pistols that it basically carries, and it's got a spiked beam sword for close range engagements, and these machines are very, very strong. They can take a hit from a tank. These voiders are basically no joke. And the thing about these machines, it's a very top secret project, and a lot of the parts are basically spread out throughout the entire world, and basically these machines have a very psychological, sadistic obsession for honor, and these machines have, a lot of these machines have personalities. There's around 8 million of them, and the very first prototype could be done within 1 month. Let's just say that it also has tubes connected, cables, everything. It can actually work, and this sort of technology is the sort of technology that they're trying to strive for. And there is also 1 million immortals with powers, and these 1 million immortals with powers, they have some crazy weaponry. And when I mean weaponry, think about the weapons from Elden Ring, but more fucking crazy. And there is also a super extreme unit called the 88th Division Legion, and they're basically kind of a unstoppable unit that can't even be stopped whatsoever. The most dangerous units out of the whole army are the units with the 8s in them. The units with the 8s in them are the most dangerous ones. Now the Voiders, they basically have a wrist that has a kill counter on them, and these kill counters are pretty insane. Then the rifle that they basically carry is unbelievable to a point that let's just say a machine gun that's a sniper rifle. And there is also the 10 Reapers, and the 10 Reapers are also part of the army. And these Reapers are insane. They have immortal powers, and there is a leader called Vadin. Unkillable. He's basically unkillable, and he can basically one-shot anything. And the crazy thing about Vadin is sometimes he can actually be untouchable. And let's just say all the combat data that I think 20 million players in the world has done is that they basically grabbed all that combat data and stored it in this mind of that that leader Vadin. And let's just say the capabilities that they have is just not normal. The vehicles, let's just say, are out of this world. And these machines, voiders, they would target all the adults, all the elderly, and basically kill them all. But the young ones, they just leave them alive for some weird specific reason. Think about a world where it's a no man's land everywhere, all over the world. Each of these million units are basically separated in each parts of the globe, and the powers that they have are so terrifying. The sky would actually be red. The thunder would be striking all the time. There would be white balls floating everywhere. And the immortals, like the rest of the group of the Reapers, has the armor, and the armor is gray, and the armor is let's just say pretty futuristic medieval armor, basically. Like, let's just say you look at your hand and it's a gauntlet, a futuristic gauntlet, and there's I'll give an example. There's a Reaper that has a scythe, and she's basically a woman, but she's not a woman. It's like insane. The scythe has the capability of cutting a building in half, and the agility of this is insane. Like I said, these are the words from Excel, and it's just a really, it's like a really fucking gory world. It's so fucking gory, and I might explain some parts here and there, but let's just say that a lot of these immortals and all the Reapers have a habit of trying to fight each other, and their fights are just absolutely astonishing. It's just spectacular fights, and they have this crazy obsession with with honor and everything. And during the whole 100 years of the Great Seed War, there is another thing that I have to mention. There's a reason why I was preparing you all this for, yeah. And there will be these factories that will be creating the armor. Now the thing is, like, I actually do not want to bring up any of this technology in this world. I'm actually afraid like how can I put this? During that whole time of the 100 Great Seed War, there will be a invasion of a alien race meant to destroy humanity and everything in it. And these aliens, they sent the best of the entire universe. And these aliens, they look like xenomorphs. They literally look like xenomorphs with rifles, and with these crazy insane rifles, they have what's the word, the ability to have powers also. And it's just, at that point, you just don't know what fear is. And the helmets that a lot of these immortals and Vadin also have, is the helmet kind of looks like a Mandalorian helmet, but just absolutely a lot more different. And now at that point when the invasion happens, there's literally around 100 million voiders during that time when that specifically happens. I could say how the universe started first, but I'll probably I don't know if I want to explain it right now. But it's kind of like a really insane world. I remember seeing a voider basically walk up to a child, and the voider basically told the child he's going to kill him when he grows up. And later on at that point, during the 100 200 years of the Great Seed War. Well, basically 200 years later, there is a time where Voiders become your best friend in the battlefield. And there are some Voiders, some of these machines become so powerful that it could actually exceed Vadin himself. And let's just say there's just a ton of secret units in the army, and the army is called the Ignition. And Vadin basically looks pretty damn wicked. Now he basically has this gray armor, and he's so strong that he'd make Thanos look like a child. And the armor that he has is just the cape that he has. There's barely fucking anything on the cape, and he has like this. He looks like that Dobenwolf right there, but a lot more compacted armor, human form. And he has like this katana that he never ever pulls out, literally. But when he fights, man, he literally makes almost everything fucking shake. And he's got hair like lightning from Final Fantasy. And the Immortals have different colored irises also. And I'll probably bring up his abilities on another time, but wild stuff. And the iris is basically red, and he has a scar between his eyes, but it's like a permanent scar. And the look and expression that Vadin has is just evil. And he looks way beyond Earth. That is one of the series of events that happens during the time. Now, though, the army of Ignition basically has formations. They walk in formations, and these machines that are these Immortals and the Voiders walk in formations. And when they engage in combat, they have the most insane combat data you can ever think of. And they have the ability to outsmart outmaneuver, outperform. I'm just a body, a vessel for what's to come. When it happens at this current time, I have no clue, but I know that we currently have the technology that we currently have today, and if you take the time to look at the drones, and if you take the time to look at the aircrafts, the black aircrafts, it's too late. Now, when these units from the Ignition Army has a psychotic laugh, and they are what's the word? Defined as now these units get promoted. I think the promotion is like around the thousands or something like that, and they get promoted for doing missions correctly and doing the amounts of kills and then the thing is that during those 100 or 200 years there's just a ton of just absolutely so many seeker projects that go on. And let's just say that a lot of these immortals have insane ability. During the time when the invasion happens, you lie, you die, and the powers are just, there's just basically all kinds of freaking powers at that insane time, but a lot of the times they wear almost all the same armor. There are some units that have a stripes, and they would have like yellow stripes, red stripes, green stripes for specific advances or specific areas where they would actually fight in. Now, the units would actually be literally almost anywhere. And the Voiders, they're actually a American-made design. These machines have like fucking combat data, literally, and they can actually be made literally, physically. Let's just say that there are a ton of people with negative recipes, and I can actually provide positive recipes of that. And let's just say the humans have a bad time trying to handle the situation with the whole war and the whole battle, and there will actually be a lot of humans left alive, but the army of the Ignition just prevails. The Voiders usually have like, they're basically kind of like jetpacks, you know, like they basically have like these jetpacks and like boosters from their feet, and they're really fast, and let's just say it's pretty beyond insane. And the stuff that they're actually made out of is kind of like the construction job stuff, like John Deere stuff, like vehicles and everything. And like, these machines have the capability of breaking rocks like nothing. But yeah. Some will prevail. I could tell you more, but this is only part of the truth. If things don't change, I will be releasing more weapons. was a secret project called Kali, made by the Russians. Apparently, it was a decapitated head of a dog. They were able to actually put the dog in a little test scenario where the head was still able to move for around 2 to 4 hours. I've heard that it was able to move around 12 hours. They put this very extraordinary liquid in there. That's an absolute top secret project. There is life beyond the head for around 30 seconds. But if you can freeze it just enough, right on time, you can save time. There's also a cryo facility here in the world. Cryo facility located in America. I could name each of the Reapers. Each one of them wield a different type of weapon. Let's just say when the alien invasion happens, they kinda look like xenomorphs, but just a lot more different, a lot more sophisticated. If you want to do your boring, normal lives, doing nothing, no advancement in the future whatsoever, well, I guess you're gonna have to deal with a generation with no weaponry to defend yourselves with.